Earlier this month, I was browsing eBay and I just happened to come across some more ERTLs that I was looking to add to my collection. And they were from a UK seller, and it's been a couple weeks, but just last evening there, this arrived, and I figured go ahead and do another unboxing video looking at some more ERTL stock since you guys seem to enjoy that. So let's get into it. So I got everything out of the box and unpacked, and you can see here that we've got a bridge, Lady, Duke, and Thomas and Mr. Conductor in the package. And I think the first thing I want to take a look at is going to be this bridge right here. So here's the bridge completely assembled. You can see how it looks. And if I'm correct, this is from the bridge accessory set that ERTL did in 2001. And something I noticed with this one here, though, is it appears there is some serious overspray or paint splatter on the sides there. I'm not exactly sure if that's supposed to look like that. So if you got one of these and it's the same way, let me know. But, I mean, there's possibility all of them look that way, and it's just supposed to, you know, represent greenery. But, yeah, you can see here, large opening to run your trains through underneath here, and up top there's a roadway that goes over it. And I mean, overall I think it's a nice little accessory. Now, one thing I did want to mention is that if this is from the ERTL bridge accessory set, then this is missing a couple pieces, because the accessory set actually came with two short ramp pieces of track which ran underneath the bridge there. So this is what the set would look like in its entirety. Now for comparison, I went and got out the tunnel accessory set that I have, and I knew this already, but it's kind of interesting that ERTL reused the tunnel mouth for this bridge here. And this will be the fourth accessory set I have. I've also got the water tower and the crane, and I got the fire engine here. You can see how you can just drive it over the bridge here down the other side. And you can even use your trains for this as well. I noticed on the box artwork they actually show Percy going up over the bridge, but that might not work for your longer format models. But overall, I think this is a nice accessory set here, and definitely gonna make a great addition to my collection. The next one I want to show is Duke here, and you may have noticed this is actually the metallic version. And this is one that I've spent the past 2 years now trying to get my hands on, because it's, well, I don't like using the word rare, but let's say it's one of the less common ERTLs out there. And I have seen numerous models pop up on eBay, but they've all been mint in the package, and the sellers usually want a ridiculous price, close to $100 if not more, for one of these. And this one here I found for far less, and it's in what I'd call reasonable condition, I guess. You can see it does have a few paint chips here and there. Stickers are a little wore on the edges, but nothing's broken off of this, nothing's missing. And I do have plans to carefully go in and touch up some of the paint, mainly the black and yellow spots. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can really do to the metallic, and I don't really want to try to fix it because I know I'm not going to get a perfect match anyways. But, I mean, I'm really happy to have my hands on this just because of how hard it has been to get, and considering it just brings me one step closer to having the entire collection. Just for another comparison here, I got out the normal Duke model, and you can just see how the metallic finish on this one makes it stand out. And of course, this same casting was also reused for Bertram, because he's basically just a repainted version of Duke as well. And yeah, again, just makes the model stand out once you put that metallic finish on it. I know some of you are probably sitting there at your computer screens right now yelling at me to take a look at this Thomas and Mr. Conductor set, so we'll go ahead and do that next. Now, in the time that I've been trying to acquire the entire ERTL collection, this is the one piece that I've been after since the beginning, and it has been a really hard one to find. And I mean, I could have just gone out and bought Mr. Conductor by himself and Thomas by himself on eBay, because there are listings for both of these, but I wanted a set that was factory. I didn't want one that I had made myself. And I was fortunate enough to come across this one. And I believe these were only made in 2000 during Magic Railroad. I don't think they were produced after that time, which probably explains the scarcity of this set. You can see this is mint in the box. However, the box is not in the best of condition. It looks like it suffered water damage. I'm not exactly sure if that's showing up on video or not, but I can clearly see the box has been affected by water. I'm just hoping the characters inside are all right. And I'll go ahead and get these out of the package here. Now, I'm trying to be careful doing this because I want to preserve the package and hang on to it. And I found that if you open it from the bottom, you can usually get the characters out without even having to remove the blister. Just carefully do that. And I think Thomas and Mr. Conductor should just slide out. There we go. So here's both characters on the turntables, and you can see that Thomas is just your stock standard Thomas, nothing really different with him, and Mr. Conductor is just a reuse of the engineer or porter casting that we got back in 1990. The only difference is that ERTL has painted on some additional details to make him look more like his character. And as for Thomas, other than the buffers being painted on instead of stickers because ERTL abandoned that, not really any difference there either. But of interest, both of these models are actually dated 2001, as is the box. So I'd assume, despite what I said before, ERTL must have made these for a short while after 2000. But I mean, other than the minor changes I've mentioned, you know, these are made from existing castings. Small changes, they're basically not any different than the models they're based off of. Alright, I got out the 1990 models here, and you can see that the Magic Railroad ones are just reusing the existing castings. The only difference, again, you know, the 1990 Thomas has sticker buffers, the 2001 Thomas, as I'm calling it, doesn't, and the Porter Engineer figure was reused for Mr. Conductor. And apparently, ERTL did have plans to release both PT Boomer and Lily along with the rest of the Magic Railroad characters for 2000, but apparently Boomer's character was shelved after his scenes were removed from the movie, and they canceled Lily not long after. I'd assume the only reason Mr. Conductor actually made it to a model is due to the fact that the casting was already there for him. I'd say had the Porter or Engineer casting not existed, Mr. Conductor probably would have been canceled as well. So here's the last ERTL that I got, and it's Lady. Now, did I need to get another Lady? Well, not really. Why did I get another one then? Pretty much for the reason it was a better deal on shipping if I bought multiple characters. As is, I was paying $20 minimum just to get one character over here. Might as well bought a few. But I am happy to have this Lady because it's slightly different than the one I already have. And you'll notice it has the U-style coupler on it. Now, these were only on models that were made after 2001 and exclusive to the UK. And that's pretty much the only difference with this Lady. There's no other difference in the face or casting or anything, just the style of coupler that's on it. I've got my original Lady on the turntable here next to the one I just got in, and I've also got my mint in box model in the background here. But other than the change in couplers, you can see there's really no significant difference between these two models. But I am happy to have this one in my collection though, because oddly, Lady is a favorite of mine. And I don't really get what the deal is. ERTL Lady seems to pull a high price on eBay, and I find that odd because a lot of people seem to think Magic Railroad was a disaster, which, I mean, yes, it had its flaws. But being Lady is connected to that, it seems to have tainted her character, which just makes it odd that her model commands such a high price at times. So there's another look at the ERTLs that I got in, and got the bridge from the bridge accessory set, the Thomas and Mr. Conductor set, metallic Duke, and Lady with the U-style coupler. And before I wrap up the video here, real quick, I want to show you guys, I got in another box of ERTLs, and I'll just real quick show you what's all in here. Alright, everything's unpacked, and these are the ERTLs that came out of that box. And there's actually 2 bundles here. I scored each one for, I believe, a little under $30 each. And you can see what's included. We got Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Donald and Douglas, D199, Boko, Daisy, City of Truro, Thomas, Percy, who is missing a buffer there, Toby, Duck and Oliver, Bill and Ben, Mavis, Diesel, Henrietta, who is missing the front pin there on the coupler, Toad, Reneas, Sir Handel, Peter Sam, Rusty, who is missing his back buffer beam. Also got Duncan and Coldy, and yeah, I really like these. They look good, although I'm a little concerned on, you know, some of these like Henry and Gordon, and I guess Bill here would be another good example, and even Thomas. I'm not sure. They look really dirty, and let's just say I'm a little cautious right now. I may end up going and washing my hands after handling these models, if you know what I mean. So I'm planning on keeping a few of these models to use for customs I want to do, but I think a majority of them are going to end up being on-sold just for the simple fact I really don't need a lot of extras taking up clutter in my collection. But I figured since I was doing a video on these ERTLs that came in from the UK, I'd go ahead and throw these in a video since they happen to show up at the same time. Well, here's the final look at the ERTLs I got in, which I'll be adding to my collection. Got the Bridge Accessory set, limited edition metallic Duke, Lady with the U-style coupler, and the Thomas and Mr. Conductor set. And I'm just really happy to finally have these because it brings me that much closer to having the entire collection. And after working on this for going on 4 years now, you know, it'll be nice to finally have everything, be able to sit back and admire everything once my collection's complete. But unfortunately, I'm not out of the woods yet because I've still got 3 characters left to get, and they're some of the harder ones to come by. But here's hoping I can get them and, you know, be done. But anyways, that's going to be it for now. You guys want to see more ERTL videos like this, let me know in the comments below. Feel free to check out my other pages. I'll have links down in the description for those. But until next time, I'll see you later.